everyone, welcome to Otaku Saga. I'm DK.
I'm Rizzo.
And I'm Zero, and today in Anime Reaction watch the first episode of Clockwork Planet.
If you want to check out our reaction to the first episode of Clockwork Planet, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga, and don't forget to like and share our videos.
And
thanks for watching.
So,
Oh boy.
Clockwork Planet.
Exactly what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
Earth's been overhauled into a gigantic clock.
Yeah.
And everything runs on time, even the enemy attacks.
I think that was more that main character being able to hear the gears.
Yeah.
Nothing can sneak up on him.
Yeah.
Damn, that kind of hearing though. How does he? Oh, maybe the headphones. That's how he's. How does he sleep normally? It's like Daredevil has to isolate his hearing.
Yeah, it probably is kind of like that Daredevil-esque where he has way too high of hearing.
Yeah.
Or he can't really focus on things outside of the clockwork without the headphones.
Or yeah, well, I think he has way better hearing than Matt Murdock does because he can hear a gravitational shift of the whole fucking planet.
The Gear Whisperer, I was thinking a Gearomancer.
Gearomancer. I thought it would be a Technomancer, but yeah, Gearomancer is probably better apt.
But when you say it like that, I keep thinking of a guy who can summon like sliced lamb meat and tzatziki sauce.
Gyro.
Anyway,
That'd be an awesome power too.
So the story for this episode, like the plot, really, I mean, it just reminded me of a classic like light novel plot. Like it just had that feel. Like I don't know how to describe it. Kind of the same feeling I get from most light novel adaptations that we watch.
Let's see here. Kid who's decidedly average.
I like Mayrock's better.
Yeah.
Cog of my world.
I am the cog
Anyway.
of my world.
So yeah, we have a lead male protagonist, decidedly average, has like a special hidden talent, and I do mean hidden. And well, the plot literally falls. I would say into his lap, but it falls on his table.
Yeah, technically it falls on his couch.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's raining coffins.
Hallelujah.
They do describe that
It's a girl in a box.
I did like that.
I don't quite remember what the Unit 01 is. I know it was like R. Ren something.
Her name.
Ryuzu. So Ryuzu, it's described that she's like a legendary piece of
What national treasure level?
national treasure.
I'll say.
Yeah.
The clockwork, like, I don't want to get too far. I don't want to get too far into the 3D animation quite yet because we got a lot to say about that. But I do like that we get this idea of what Ryuzu is, at least like in a vague sense, because sometimes we just don't get that the first episode. So.
Yeah, that user registration. Holy shit.
The best treasure. Oh god.
But I do also like the, I guess it was the B plot in this episode of the blonde girl and her servant.
Yeah.
Trying to find Ryuzu. And then running her across the whole problem with the, what is it, the Kyoto Basically, the area of the world that represents the Kyoto area, the cog is about to fall.
It's about to be made to fall or imploded by shadowy military. Just because I guess they just need to replace it or something, or the whole planet will be destroyed.
Well, basically, as Ryuzu explains, I think it was Ryuzu explaining it at the end. No clock lasts forever.
Right.
They have to be maintained.
That's true.
And from what I could understand, nobody's really done any maintenance on the world since Y.
So basically, it's ever.
Yeah, basically since it was created.
Damn.
Yeah, well, yeah, nobody knows how to do it.
Shame on Y for not passing down any instructions on maintaining your clock.
Yeah,
Well, apparently,
it's totally Y's fault.
I mean, you gotta take care of your clock. I mean, come on now, especially if it's that big.
Yeah, you got to make sure it's clean.
Keep it clean; it'll work for you, time and time again.
Keep it clean, keep it nicely maintained, nicely timed. Make sure everything's on a nice rhythm.
Yeah, so it doesn't break too early.
Because then you might have a premature pop. Okay, sex jokes aside.
Yeah.
Lame sex jokes aside.
It's been a long day. Sorry, folks.
Is Marie there to try to fix it? I assume that nobody could.
I think that's the point
that
of
it
her.
wasn't possible, or that nobody knew how, except our main character will be able to because of his super abilities.
Yeah, I think like Marie and her whole faction believe, that they should try and fix the clock, really. And we saw when Marie discovered the gravitational shift, and we had our boy waking up at the same time. That little split shot there. I think they share the same exact talent, the ability to hear.
I'm not sure if it's the
Whispered
same
ears.
talent, but it's definitely a similar talent.
Yeah.
Because I think that they were talking about how she...
Of course you do, Fanta.
Me too.
I think that they said that it affects her body in some way.
Oh, so
And
she
not
feels-
necessarily that she can hear it.
So she feels it while he hears it.
Yeah,
So there's some sort of sense involved, though.
yeah.
Okay.
There's definitely some sort of sense involved, but you do get that she does explain it.
And she blames the guy, of course.
Well, yeah.
At least she didn't hit him. Nice change of pace.
True.
Yeah, it's, I'm about to say Mary and Ryuzu both. Damn, pure snarkers, man. Absolutely sharp-witted and just full of snark.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I love it. I'm loving it. I'm loving what's going on here. But yeah, it's fairly straightforward plot. I mean, there's now at least portion of the world-ending story going on that they gotta stop.
Yeah, I mean we've had our world pretty well established.
We've had at least 3 of the 4 main characters that we see established.
We have an antagonist of sorts established, and what they plan to do.
Yep.
All in the first episode.
All in the first episode.
Yeah.
Fantastic first episode. And that's going to lead me into the next part of our rating system, which is visuals. Oh my god.
I would probably put the 3D in this episode at kind of a 7 to 8. Like it definitely wasn't like garish or anything. It wasn't bad like Alice Todoroki was. But there were a couple of parts where it's like,
Yeah. This isn't. It's not anywhere near what like Final Fantasy Advent Children was.
As Advent Children, Spirits Within, full on movie budgets, 3D like
Yeah.
that, that's a 10.
That is our perfect 10, 11.
Or actually, what was it? It was a mod released for the PC version of Grand Theft Auto 5 called the Photorealism mod. that would be a 10 of 3D, or an 11. That would be to absolute top of the scale.
I actually didn't like the ending. Like, I didn't like the ending animation.
Yeah,
it reminded me too much of like.
It reminded me too much of like Love Plus or MMD.
Yeah, something like that.
Actually, there was that like fake. I liked what you said in the in between, where it was like that kind of fake dating sim.
Well, yeah,
that we gave a try.
Basically, it reminded me of a 3D dating sim type animation
from like mid 2000s.
Where like they have a set animation, but it's just kind of weird and choppy.
Yeah,
like when they first start moving.
But
I don't know.
All the background stuff. I love the clockwork.
Oh my god. I mean, let's see. Marie's watch, or I guess chronograph if it's that complex, and then Ryuzu's clockwork heart. Her internals basically. Holy hell.
If they keep up with this 3D clockwork stuff, I mean, graphically, this is 9 out of 10, solid. I mean, I could only see a couple errors, and those are errors that are really hard to incorporate anyway.
Yeah, actually, truth be told, I'm too swept away by the aesthetic. I've always loved the sort of clockwork steampunk punk aesthetic here with cogs and gears and pipes.
Mechasexual.
I am. There's a reason I am called DK the Mechasexual in our Discord chat. I've always loved that appearance, and I'm just too enthralled by it used here to really try and notice those errors until the ending, which is a little much for me.
Yeah.
So,
but I was very wary of the 3D that they used in here because Handshakers last season ruined 3D graphics, especially cogwork.
Yeah, well, Handshakers was easily a Dokuro out of 10.
We're actually going to incorporate the Dokuro in our
It was
rating
a
system.
skull out of 10.
Skull and Crossbones.
Skull and Crossbones out of 10 on 3D. It was terrible. This I would give it a solid like 7.
Oh, TK has a suggestion. We call it a Handshakers out of 10.
Motion passed.
No, I say Dokuro because it's more overreaching, and it's a Gaki no Tsukai reference. The world needs more of those.
Right.
But yeah, there's for me, I said 9 out of 10. Like I said, I only saw the one error, and that error I said in the reaction that I pointed out.
Oh, the car.
So the car driving down the road. This is very difficult to animate and kind of very difficult to kind of show off. But like, if I was to pull back like this from the camera's point of view,
straight back,
right? That view kind of gets skewed the further back you go.
Yeah.
Right? And so at the very end, you end up getting to see only like the tail end of the actual car. And what they did in here was
you saw the same angle the whole time.
Yeah, you got to see basically this angle where my hand is at the entire time.
So it looks like it's going up a hill instead of over the horizon because it still has a curve.
That's a very, very, very difficult thing to animate.
Actually, hold up. All these cogs are... If all these cogs are flat here, wouldn't there be... There shouldn't be a horizon then.
Yeah, technically.
No, there'd still be a horizon. Yeah. But that is literally the only animation error I could find in the episode.
In the actual episode.
The opening and ending, those are different things.
Those weren't errors, those were more stylistic choices that we don't quite agree with. They're not bad, it's just not... It's not quite as good as, like I said, the Clockwork Heart or Marie's chronograph.
But that's literally how my mind is viewing the 3D graphics, because I want, if I see 3D, I want the 3D graphics to be almost like
blend
real
in with
world
the 2D
stuff.
Or yeah,
You know.
have like a nice texture. Actually, there's one art detail I do have to gripe on. This actually has to do with a bit of mechanical design. The car, Marie's little limo. That is one of the ugliest cars I've ever seen in anime. It looks like someone took... Alright, any Top Gear fans in here, it looks like they took Jeff, or the Hammerhead Eagle Eye Thrust, and just dolled it up. It's that fucking ugly. And if you don't know
that was definitely a funky looking car.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to YouTube and look up Top Gear, I think, like building an electric car. You'll see exactly what I mean. It looks like a garage door, like ×4 and put on wheels. It's horrible. Actually, they do use a bit of garage door.
So, a Scion.
Oh.
Oh. No. Jeff is slightly sexier than Scion.
The funny thing
Has
is,
the
the light
mustache.
novel actually had a pun to how bad cars look there.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Okay, so
So
it's
it was
intentional.
supposed to look like shit. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Well, actually, on a world made of cogs, everything would run like clock. You'd probably have more like mass transit or like trams or something to get around anyway, or walk around. That would make sense. You wouldn't have much land area to put roads on. They literally turned her on. Yeah, he only screwed her for like a second or two. Blew him
Well,
away.
you know, the first time.
Yeah, that poor kid was nervous, but he handled himself well.
But overall, I mean, very solid first episode.
It hooked me in.
You got me
Really
in
did.
love, and yeah. What more is there to say? Honestly, although I am not 100% sold on this idea of why. That's about it. Like, I want to know more about the background of why. In No Game, No Life, you had a nice background story of Tet.
Right. And actually, well, you see Ted's involved in the very first episode.
Yeah, you see a lot of what's going on with Tet. At least in episodes going forth.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're
so-
gonna have to wait a while before we get a sniff of a clue of why.
Like our chat is saying, it's coming. I'm looking forward to it. That is the only thing that I like background-wise that I could have a question about.
Yeah.
Everything else,
But let's say they explained this much. You know, that being the only thing they left out in the first episode, not bad at all. They could have done way worse.
definitely 9 out of 10. Overall, 9 out of 10 so far. I am absolutely astounded by this anime.
I usually don't rate. I usually don't rate anime episode by episode. I usually do it as a whole series. So
Yeah.
I'll reserve judgment. But I did like this episode a lot.
If I had to rate it, and I don't usually like to, it's probably sitting at like a 6 for me. But I'll have to wait till we get a few episodes away from the beginning, because a lot of stuff, like I said, a lot of stuff based off light novels has a really similar feel to me. So I need to get a little bit away from the beginning of the series.
Okay, we need to get away from situations we've seen before, you know, like the cliche girl dropping in, yada yada, and get to what makes this unique. A nice, you know, science fiction action anime. Well, a fair bit of ecchi I'm expecting, especially from the finger-licking user registration and the preview. And, yeah, you know, just with a nice steampunk aesthetic. Oh, yeah, that's it too. Nice cigarette placement, by the way, Bodyguard.
That epic censoring.
Next level censoring,
This
yes.
is so much better than doing like a freaking like black bar
Or a natural ray of light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why smoking is bad, kids.
Minless. You might have just won the chat with that.
Sound design, yes. But I do want to save sound design for reviews and stuff like that, because I I don't really focus a lot on sound design. Like it's one of those things that
Actually, my old reviews, I usually just glossed over. I'm like, okay, voice acting was all right. Music, I usually just kept it to that. Didn't really go into Foley and all that stuff.
In this episode,
I do pay a lot of attention to sound design, actually.
Yeah.
The very first, one of the very first sounds you get is this screech.
Oh, that was bad.
Oh my god.
It literally made
Cut off
both
my-
me and Zero pull our headphones out.
Cut off my joke is what it did, bastards. You'll see what I mean.
It was extremely painful for me.
Yeah.
I am currently going through ear problems, so that is a little side thing
Well,
for it.
I'm sound sensitive. Like
Yeah.
my ears, if I hear too loud of a sound, then I start getting dizzy.
But at the same time, I know what that sound comes from, so I understand. I understand why they did it. It was very.
No, imagine hearing that all day. It's we live next to that sound all day. We're just lucky they weren't playing outside because it was raining.
Anyway,
Little shits.
other than that,
shits.
the Clockwork rhythm was amazing. I love how they are able to do that stuff.
I hope it wasn't just me. Was anyone else in chat here singing the Harry Potter Puppet Pal song?
No, it was just you.
Only me. Damn.
Hey, we got one.
Hey. Almost. No, we haven't almost.
Nope, not at all.
Nope,
No way
nope.
I was. It's okay, I speak Sindra.
God.
It's okay.
I've been
Wait.
denied. I feel like Jesus at the Last Supper. I've been denied by my disciples.
It's okay. I had a completely different spiel
alright.
that I was going, because when I started hearing the clockwork in the background, it was the same beat to a song in initial D, and it starts off dun 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 dun.
So was anyone else going wrong with that? Or was it just Zero?
That was probably just me because I love initial D, but yeah.
But yeah.
We're crazy about music.
Just
Okay, we're crazy. Anyway, the ultimate, the legendary,
The
amazing lap
pillow.
I do like that. That was
It is another.
Never
I did love
refuse it. I don't know about that. I think you're within your rights to refuse it if you're offered it by a trap.
or somebody else, or someone that's like
Yeah.
Or a Yandere.
completely outside. The
I would
radar.
definitely take a yonder over a trap, because if you take the lap pillow from a trap, you'll be forced to talk about the first thing that pops up.
in your ear.
I think they got it.
Anyway, on that bombshell.
On the bombshell.
So let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's going to do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. You're welcome from the imagery. I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo.
See you next time.
And go ahead and click on my face to our most recent Otaku Saga talk.
Click on my face to go to Otaku Saga Gaming, our gaming channel.
And click on the waifu or Kara Sensei to subscribe to Otaku Saga. And if you'd like to help support us, please go check out our Patreon page.